Right now, somewhere on your phone, there is a notification. You do not know what it says yet. But if you had to guess, you would guess it is something bad. And statistically, you would probably be right. Not because the world is getting worse, but because your brain was built to find the bad before it finds the good. This is not pessimism. This is survival. Here is where it starts. Your brain has two systems running simultaneously. One scans for threats, predators, danger, social rejection, anything that could hurt you. The other scans for rewards, food, connection, opportunity. But they are not equal. The threat system is faster. It is louder. It takes priority over everything else. Neuroscientists call this negativity bias. And it is not a flaw. For hundreds of thousands of years, it kept your ancestors alive. The person who noticed the snake in the grass before the berry bush was the person who survived to have children. Missing a reward cost you a meal. Missing a threat cost you your life. So your brain learned. It weighted negative information heavier. It processed bad news faster. It remembered failures longer than successes, insults longer than compliments, losses longer than gains. That wiring has not changed. But the world around it has changed completely. Your ancestors encountered perhaps a handful of genuinely threatening events in a week. You encounter hundreds of simulated threats every single day, every news headline, every social media post, every argument in a comment section. Your brain processes each one as if your survival depends on it. Because once, it did. Researchers at McGill University studied what news stories people chose to read when given a choice. They found that even people who described themselves as preferring positive news consistently chose negative stories. Their attention was pulled there before their preference could catch up. You do not choose to focus on bad news. Your brain chooses for you. And the media, the algorithm, the endless feed, they know this. Every platform is built on the same discovery: negative content holds attention longer, drives more clicks, generates more engagement. They are not showing you the world. They are showing your brain exactly what it cannot look away from. This is why a tragedy spreads in minutes while a breakthrough takes days. This is why you remember every criticism and forget half the compliments. This is why the world feels like it is always on the edge of collapse, even when, by almost every measurable standard, it is safer, healthier, and more connected than it has ever been. Your brain was built for a world that no longer exists. And it is reading the news like its life depends on it. Because once, it did. So what do you do with this? You cannot turn off the negativity bias. It is too deep, too fast, too wired in. But you can do something your ancestors never could. You can notice it. The moment you feel the pull toward the bad news, the worst interpretation, the darkest outcome, that pull is ancient. That pull is your brain doing exactly what it was designed to do. But you are not your ancestors. You have something they did not. The ability to look at your own brain and say, I see what you are doing. And I choose what comes next. There is one more thing worth knowing. Studies show that people who are aware of their negativity bias make better decisions. Not because they became optimists, but because they learned to pause before reacting. When you see a headline that makes your chest tighten, that is not information. That is your amygdala firing. It happened before you finished reading the sentence. Real information comes after the pause. After you ask, is this actually a threat to me, right now, today? Or is this my ancient brain treating a stranger's argument on the internet like a lion in the grass? Most of the time, it is the lion. Most of the time, you are safe. Your brain just never learned to tell the difference. And maybe, just maybe, knowing that is the first step to something your ancestors never had. Peace. Not because the world got better, but because you finally understood the brain that was reading it.